Hello, this is also a CST basic video. So here I would like to show you how you can mark the dimension of the structures on any model structure. So here we can use the option dimension in the view window. So for that, if I want to mark the dimension of this patch, like what is this length and the length of these structures like it. First of all, what you can do is go for modeling or sorry you can first we can make this structure straight, so you can go for the select view and front. So now the structure is faced correctly, and after that you can use the option dimension. So if I want to mark this dimension, what I can do is I can select these endpoints. So if you go here, you can see pick points option. So here you can see that the pick endpoint shortcut is P. So if you click P on your keyboard, the endpoints will be selected. So if you double click whichever the endpoint you needed, it will get selected. So now I'm going to select these endpoints and I'm going to try mark the dimension. So here you can see that now I have marked the dimension of uh, this patch, and if you want to select these dimension, repeat the process and you can use the distance dimension here like this. So if you are going for the dimension settings, you can change lots of options like color. So if you want to change the color into blue, you can use this option. And if you want to use this straight lines, you can also use these options. Uh, if you want to improve the accuracy of this dimensions, like if you want up to 2 decimal places, you can definitely use this option. And this text scaling is to show how big or small the text has to be. So here you can change the options for distance, angular or annotations. I will show you what is the angular and annotation dimension also. So this is how we are changing the dimension settings. And if you go for the change dimension labels, it will help us to change the dimension of change the um, value added here. So here now we have used the value to show whatever we have used here. So if we want to use this as this is our length, you can use the option like text. So let's use that. So first of all, I'm going to select this. So if you go here on the dimensions, you can see how these dimensions are enabled here. So based on the creations, it will be displayed here. So now I'm going to select this dimension 9 and I would like to change this into length. So here you can use this option. So I'm going to use the label as text. So here it will be displaying as the selected dimension because I want to change only for this selected dimension. So I'm going to use as the length of patch or whatever you require. So if you do that, you can see that it is displayed like that. So using these options, you can change the parameters. So if I want to change for this thing, I also can go for the change dimension labels and go for text. Here I can use that truncation. So it will be displayed there. So this is how you can use this dimension option here. And okay, so now we also have another thing known as the add angular dimension. So this can also be used if we have some circular geometries or any type of structures. So here I will show you if I want to mark the angle of these things, how I can use that. So for the angular dimension, we need 3 points because it is actually marking the angle, right? So it will be needing one center point and the two end points. So if I want to mark the angular point here, I need two end points and one center point. So let's see how you can do that. So here, if I want to see the angular dimension of these, I can select this thing, and this thing. So here you can see how this angle is marked here. So if you go inside, the angle inside the structure will be marked. If you drag to outside, the angle outside the patch will be displayed. So this is how the angular dimensions can be displayed. So if you want to remove these decimal points, what you can do is you can select the dimension one, and you can use this dimension setting, and you can choose the decimal place as 0. So if you click apply, you can get a very clear visualization of the dimension. So this is how it is done, and there is one more option in the dimension. So this is the add annotation. So this add annotation is actually used to give some annotation. So if I want to mark this patch or the dielectric or the ground plane, so I can use this annotation. So if I want to mark this is my patch, I can double click on it, and I can just drag it here, and it will show how it has to be displayed. So I can mark it whatever I require, then click OK. So here you can see that this is your patch, and this is the length of the patch, and this is the truncation of the patch. So this is how the marking can be done. So similarly, if you want to mark the dielectric, you can do the same procedure, add annotation, and select the face. So if I do this, this is dielectric is selected, so I can just do it and mark it as dielectric here. So this is how we can use the dimension. So if you want to use this structure for the report, you can just copy this and just paste on the report. So like if I have any PowerPoint, I can um, paste the structure there. So in this PowerPoint, if I want to paste that, just Control V, you can see that the structure is pasted here. So this is how you can paste the structures. And if you want to remove any of the dimensions or any annotations, what you can do is you can just click on that thing, and there is options like hide. So if you hide this, it will be removed. So based on that, you can um, use the same picture for different purposes. So here also I'm going to hide this. So now only the dimension is displayed here. So you can use this option also for creating different types of pictures from the same dimensions. Then I think that's all. I hope you get some idea about how you can use the dimension option in CST. Thank you.